Good evening, everyone. I'm Cameron Enchev. We are less than 10 hours away from the start of Sunbelt Media Day. Blake Wynn's in New Orleans and has a preview.
And a very good evening, Common. As night falls again, a thunderstorm is actually rolling into New Orleans, and hopefully I can get out of the weather before this thing actually hits full blast. But tomorrow morning, starting at 8 o'clock, Sunbelt Conference Media Day, we're going to have you fully covered. I'll start tomorrow morning on Good Morning Region 8. We'll also have coverage, Region 8 News at 5, 6, and 10, and sports, and in the first segments there. Coach Blake Anderson is bringing Rocky Hayes and Darian Griswold. They're scheduled to speak at about 1:30 tomorrow. Again, you can follow me on Twitter. You can follow us on KEIT8.com, and then the newscast. We will have you covered for everything you need to know for Sunbelt Media Day 2015 from the Superdome in New Orleans. I'm going to get out of this weather, and maybe I can stay dry, so we'll send it back to you in the studio, Common. But for now in New Orleans, Blake Wynn, Region 8 Sports.
Thanks, Blake. The Red Wolves have also been busy back in Jonesboro, picking up 10 recruits during Big Pac weekend. Plus, today, Joe Coughlin was at Centennial Bank Stadium for an A-State Elite Camp, which brought many of the top high school athletes to Jonesboro. The camp was going on during the 5 p.m. newscast. I was only able to get video of the players filtering in, but here's a look at some past video of what these camps look like as the Red Wolves continue to stay busy with their building a monster brand. From the gridiron to the diamond, the Cardinals' bats exploded for 12 runs last night, as today the Cards looked for a sweep of the Mets. Not much offense to talk about in this one, but Tim Cooney, making just his 5th career start, certainly had his best one yet, throwing 5 2/3 scoreless innings. This game was actually scoreless until the 13th when the Mets took a 1-0 lead, but bottom 13th, Colton Wong hits a high drive deep to right, and it's just gone for the game-tying home run. Carlos Martinez threw 4 innings in relief. Yes, you heard that right. The fans got to watch basically 2 games, as in the 18th inning, the Mets get the go-ahead sac fly. New York goes on to win 3-1, but the Cards still take 2 out of 3 for the series. Former Razorback and All-Star game starter Dallas Keuchel back on the bump, and he was dealing first inning a filthy off-speed pitch for the K. In the third, right at the knees, right on the inside corner for another paint job. Another Keuchel strikeout. He throws 7 scoreless innings and allowed just 2 hits and struck out 13. The Astros win 10-0 as Keuchel picks up his American League best 12th win. It was also a big day in Legion baseball as Blytheville picks up a 6-4 win over the Jonesboro Ricemen to advance to the Senior Zone 2 Tournament Championship. A day after throwing 12 innings, Lane Ditto had 6 RBI as Paragould Glen St. GMC beat Mountain Home 7-2, but the Jonesboro Ricemen beat GMC 10-2 to knock them out. The Ricemen must beat Blytheville twice tomorrow to win the championship. The Junior Legion State game saw Blytheville beat Sheridan 11-4 and Paragould Glen St. Ford lose 5-4 to Bryant. Ford and Blytheville play each other tomorrow. On the golf, Jonesboro's Austin Cook shot a final round 67 to finish tied for 6th at the Barbasol Championship. But the big national PGA golf story was the Open. Finally, some good weather as on the 7th hole, Paul Dunn, an amateur golfer who can't actually win any prize money, makes an amazing birdie putt. He's in a 3-way tie for first at 12 under. Jordan Spieth made a run today, making 3 straight birdies at one point. He's just 1 shot off the lead. Louis Oosthuizen is another one of the players tied for first as he sinks this birdie. Jason Day is also at 12 under and tied for first. Final round play is tomorrow. And that's sports. Now a break.